Psychology says that if you feel disconnected from huge cultural events like football season, you might possess a rare form of psychological strength. While mainstream culture gathers around the television, you might find yourself pursuing your own interests. Feeling completely detached from the collective excitement. If you don't feel the pull to join in, it doesn't mean you're antisocial or trying to be different. It suggests you have a highly developed sense of self that isn't swayed by the crowd. 1. A strong individual identity. People who don't follow mainstream sports like football often have a very clear sense of their own values, passions, and how they wish to spend their time. They don't absorb their interests from their environment. Instead, they cultivate them from within. You'll notice they don't follow trends just because they're popular, and their hobbies are self-defined rather than socially prescribed. This isn't about being contrarian. Psychology calls it individual identity psychology, which is the cognitive framework that defines who you are, separate from group affiliations. By choosing their own path, they activate their authentic self-concept, a part of the brain's identity system that reinforces personal choices. What looks like a lack of interest in football is actually a powerful expression of a well-defined individual identity. 2. A different priority system. Those who opt out of football culture often operate on a different priority system, one that values depth and substance over spectacle and fleeting excitement. They might prioritize intellectual pursuits, creative endeavors, quiet time for reflection, or meaningful one-on-one conversations. For them, the loud, tribalistic energy of a sports event doesn't provide the same stimulation as reading a book, learning a new skill, or exploring a personal project. This isn't a judgment against sports. It's a reflection of what their brain is wired to seek. This stems from a value system that rejects superficial validation, meaning they don't get a dopamine hit from being part of the winning team or joining in a collective cheer. Their brain prioritizes intrinsic, rewards the satisfaction from personal growth and understanding over the extrinsic validation that comes from group participation. They're not boring. Their authentic mort personnelle s'est off-valu. 3. Psychological independence. People who are unfazed by the social pressure to watch football often demonstrate a high degree of psychological independence. They don't need external events to structure their social life or provide a sense of belonging. They are comfortable with their own company and curate their social interactions based on genuine connection rather than shared cultural consumption. This isn't about being a loner. Psychology calls this having a strong internal locus of control, which is the belief that you are in control of your own life and outcomes, rather than being influenced by external forces. This comes from a strong internal value system that resists social pressure, allowing them to make choices aligned with their true self without fear of being left out. What appears as opting out is actually a conscious choice rooted in self-reliance and emotional autonomy. For authentic authenticity, at its core, not being interested in massive cultural phenomena like football is a sign of true authenticity. These individuals live by their own internal standards and are not easily influenced by the powerful currents of social pressure. They don't pretend to like something to fit in, nor do they feel the need to justify their lack of interest to others. Their actions are a direct reflection of their inner state, free from the performance of social conformity. Psychology refers to this as authentic self-psychology, where a person's behavior is in harmony with their core values and beliefs. By choosing their own path, they activate their authentic self-concept, which reduces the internal conflict that many people feel when they pretend to enjoy something for social acceptance. They're not trying to be difficult or different. They are simply being themselves, unapologetically. So, if you don't watch sports, aren't interested in mainstream entertainment, or feel disconnected from popular culture, you're not strange or antisocial. Psychology shows your brain simply operates with a stronger individual identity and a more authentic set of values than most. Your lack of participation isn't a deficiency. It's a sign of a mind that prioritizes personal meaning over popular consensus, a hallmark of psychological maturity. If you love psychology about personality types, authenticity, and why different people make different choices, subscribe, because the next video reveals what your interests or lack thereof say about your psychology.